wave. And then I'm like driving and I didn't have tinted windows because I didn't know like if you're on TV, you need tinted windows. I mean, like being an indie actor, everyone that comes up to you is like, it's a different thing. It's a really.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's
People are like,
yeah.
dude, I love your work. You know, it's like that. I bought this flavor because my kids love Olipop and my kids drank all the cream soda because I bought a bunch of flavors, but then they drank all of it, and so I never got to try it, and I really like it. It's very vanilla.
One of the times that my mom and I got in the biggest fight of our entire life is when I had told her that I don't like Diet Pepsi. Maybe I was like 12. And so she bought a bunch of Diet Pepsi for herself to have when she got home from being a nurse.
Yeah.
And she had like one left one day, and I drank it just because there was nothing else interesting to drink in the house. And I didn't even like it. I just drank it to have something to drink. And she got home and she had been counting on the Diet Pepsi all day. And she was like, through tears, like, how could you? And I was like, you're being a crazy bitch right now. And she was like, I am not. Like, she was like, and she was right. She was mad at me.
You know what's so funny is that you just jogged my memory that like, I remember in high school having like a really bad day and I opened my lunch and my mom had packed a bagel with jam on it. And I was like, I want butter. I remember crying over it because I was like so tired and I'd had such a bad day already that the like jam was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I was just like.
Did you cry to her or just at school?
At school. And my friends were like. I was like, you don't understand. I love butter and I just want butter and I just want butter today. And then I think it was like, you know, it's like the 90s and everyone thought that like jam was healthier than butter, which it's not. But I think I'd said like, Mom, like put jam on my bagel because it's fat free or something.
Yeah.
Because we were all obsessed with fat free in the 90s.
Fat free was the thing.
The thing.
Yeah. That is so funny.
Yeah. So anyway.
You and I were being a little health nuts. We wrapped a movie together.
Yes, the best movie.
So much fun.
I had the best time.
I'm so glad.
I miss you so much. Like I can't believe like I don't get to see you every day now.
It's a weird withdrawal because we were spending like every minute together for weeks.
Yeah.
And then you finished the movie and left, and then it's just like we're not hanging out at all anymore.
And then I was like hanging on to the fact that I was gonna come here.
Yeah.
Like going, okay, at least I get to see Caleb soon.
Well, then we just have to keep planning. That's how you do it.
Podcast time.
We have to keep planning. Like, okay, in January, we'll go somewhere.
Okay, good. Yeah.
In February, we'll go somewhere.
Yeah. Every month, we're going to go somewhere.
Every month, we're going to go somewhere to make it all work. Yeah, we finished the movie and we were being pretty good. I would say when we were at that church that was our base camp, we were walking on the outside track.
Oh, yeah. We were
getting our steps in.
So good with our steps.
We were doing good with our steps.
We were doing so well with our steps. Yeah. Even I remember there was one day it was so freaking cold.
Yeah.
And we still went out and walked on that track and my eyelashes were like icicle frozen.
Yeah.
It was real. I think that's why my skin like freaked out and had to wear Aquaphor on my face for like 3 days.
You said you were having a skin thing.
Yeah. It was just the wind.
Yeah.
That's Chicago wind.
That's Chicago wind,
it's
baby.
Famous.
It's really famous.
They don't call it Windy City for nothing.
Not for nothing. They call it that because of the wind.
They call it that because of the wind,
Which
guys.
a lot of people don't know.
People don't know.
People are scared to say this.
They think it's just a clever name.
No, guys, it's the wind.
Yeah, it's the wind, guys.
It was such a delight to get to do that with you, and I'm so excited.
So fun. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
I can't wait.
It's called Trash Mountain.
It is called Trash Mountain.
It's based on your life.
It is, and we did an episode with Lily, who was gonna do it, and then EP'd, and she and I did an episode, and I was expressing to her a little bit something that you and I kind of talked about on set, where I was just like, oh, it's this really interesting thing where like the movie is based on my life and a thing I went through, but so much of it changed for the movie version, that there were these really conflicting, like interesting times that like you and I would be doing a scene or something, and I had such a hard time because. Without giving anything away, there would just be things that like my character in the movie would say or do that I would never do in real life as me.
Right.
And I kept having these like challenges where I was like, oh, that's really hard.
I remember there were moments that Gavin, your movie character, had to be a little bit tough on my character, your sister.
Yeah.
And you're just the sweetest baby boy, and you never would ever do that. And you're like, I would never.
Yeah.
But you're like, there's got to have some drama.
Yeah, we have to have some drama, and it was such a beautiful thing. We wrote this movie, and we're like, oh, who's gonna play this role? It has to be someone so good. It has to be someone so down. And then you and I got lunch in LA, and I was like, I was just nervous because you know that I'm a huge fan, and I've been a huge fan for a long time. But I was like, I'm a huge fan of her work. I hope that she's cool. God, I hope we get along. And then we had like the most magic 3-hour lunch.
Yes, it was so fun. And you were, what I remember that was so cute. I kept your voicemail because you sent me a voicemail because you were trying out a dumb phone.
Yeah.
And
hey, don't laugh that hard at that. Don't laugh that hard at that, Chance. It was a valid era that I went through.
I was like, oh my God, I admire this. But then you couldn't figure out how to use the dumb phone. And it left me this like really long message. And it's like, actually, and it was like transcribed. I was dying. It was so funny.
It was me being like, I don't, actually, Zooey, I don't know how to figure out how to turn this off.
I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to press end. I don't know how to do this. And it's just, and then it was transcribing it.
I think at one point I gave over and I was like, well, it won't let me in the voicemail. So another thing I was thinking about today, while I'm talking to you, trying to figure out how to hang up the call on the dumb phone.
Unbelievable. The dumb phone makes you maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Less smart.
Dumb. It dumbed me. God, the dumb phone era. I could cry right now. I wanted it to work so bad. It ruined my life. I was treated like a leper. Zoe, people were ready to stone me in the streets. I mean, it was like, it was not working. The
community wasn't loving.
The community was more than not loving. I was a hated and reviled figure in the community. And they started to message me other places. Like people refused to call the dumb phone. I was really ostracized.
You're like walking past like a message board, like in somewhere in a Pilates studio, and you're like, "Wait, what?"
Someone left a note
like
for
someone's
me.
like, "Caleb, if you are reading this."
I will say the final straw for the dumb phone was one of my friends got so mad at me because we had gone out to his show. And then I was like, hey, we're going to go to this bar afterwards, but I wouldn't let anyone bring their smartphones with them in my group. Yeah. And so the only person who had a phone was me who had the dumb phone.
No. And then you couldn't find it.
And then no. And then I was like, and then I was like, but if you don't get to the place before we go to the next place, I'll leave a note with the bartender that says where we're going next.
Yeah.
And then he came to that bar too late, and then he had to get the note from the bartender, and then he had to meet us at the next bar. I thought this whole thing was pretty quaint and cool.
Right, it is.
People were pissed off.
That you went back to like a era like even before, like I'm like, back there was like a time when we had like pagers and stuff, but like you had a pager. You didn't have to get a note from a bartender. I'm like, you're taking it like way back.
Yeah. I took it back in a way that people were not appreciating.
People were like, no.
And can I tell you something?
Yes.
3 weeks of bliss.
Yes.
I've never been happier. I can't tell you what we're missing out on.
No, it's great. I think the thing is if you have a smartphone and you just pick the apps that don't rot your brain.
Yeah.
You like have a maps app. You just like have your, like be able to text people or whatever.
You're good at phone. I will say you're good at phone.
Thank you.
You're responsive when you need to be, but I don't, like I feel that when we hang out, you're very present.
Yeah. I put my phone away. A lot of times I put it away so I'm not even looking at it or thinking about it.
I don't even see you on phone unless you're pulling up pictures of the kids.
Aww.
That's it. You're like, you have to see this picture of the kids. And I'm like, I do.
Well, especially on set, like I try to stay really focused. And so then phone gets put away, you know? And then the treat is like a New York Times puzzle, you know?
Yeah. That's what's bad about me on phone. I mean, there's so many things, but one of them is that the only time I ever do my puzzles and games is when I've run out of everything else to do on phone.
Right.
It's like 2 a.m. and I have nothing left to do on phone. And I'm like, oh, I could play Wordle for the first time in 17 days. I've been really good at Wordle lately, though.
Yeah.
Second word multiple days in a row.
Ooh, that's big.
Yeah.
Second word is like, it's pretty low percentage of my Wordles.
Where you living? You in the third, fourth word, fifth?
Third and fourth is my main.
Yeah.
But I have a number of, maybe I have like 12 second words.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Wordle's not my best game.
What's your best game?
My best game is the one where you like cross the letters and you make words.
Wow.
You know that little box,
Yes.
letterbox.
Yes.
I don't know why. I'm like, I love it, and I'm sort of good at that one.
Yeah, it's where you have to have the center letter has to be in all of the words.
Yeah, you have to make. Yeah, you have to cross out every letter, and then you can't like use letter. You can't like make a word with this like on the one row.
Yeah,
you can't put two in a row. They have to cross the box.
Yeah,
I
in 8th grade or 9th grade, I tried to get into Sudoku.
Yeah,
and I entered a period of depression based on it.
I mean, I'm there. Like, I don't like number games. I like word games.
Yeah,
I love Scrabble, but like no Sudoku.
You and I haven't played Scrabble yet. We need to Scrabble.
I love to Scrabble.
I made I had a guy that I had been seeing come over to my house recently, and I was like, "Do you want to come over and play Scrabble?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, sounds great." And he got over, and he was being very like touchy, like we weren't going to play Scrabble.
And you're like,
I was like, we'll have sex, but we're going to play this game of Scrabble. And then I played a very intense game of Scrabble with him and destroyed him. And then I will say the mood was a little killed.
Yeah.
You can't be too intense about Scrabble.
Well, but I think he has to recognize and represent.
He has to show up ready for Scrabble.
Yeah. And
that's why I mostly play with girls.
Scrabble is king.
If I say come over for Scrabble, well, I think I pushed it because then after Scrabble, I did try to play Uno.
Oh, Scrabble.
Yeah. It was Uno. When I pulled out Uno after Scrabble, he was like, "Hey, man," and I was like, "No, totally." That I gave on that. I was like, "You're right. We should hook up."
Yeah. You gave up the Uno.
I was like, "Oh, no Uno."
No. Also, I'm not into Uno.
You wouldn't play Uno with me?
Of course I play Uno with you.
Okay, thank you.
I just don't really want to play it in general, but
to sort of appease you, I would play Uno with you, but
I like Monopoly Deal.
No, I don't know this. Will you explain it to me?
Let's do it. So Monopoly Deal is very much like Monopoly, only you can play it a lot faster than a game of Monopoly, like lasts a full day.
Yeah.
Like if you play the board game, but if you play Monopoly Deal, you can cycle through it faster. And it's very similar to the game, but you play it with cards and it's super fun. You can take it on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like Monopoly, you'll love Monopoly Deal.
They need to hit you up.
Yeah.
One of the first times I realized that I was capable of being drunk with power was when I got to play the banker.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, I really was like, could be a bad person if I didn't keep this thing in check, you know, because I really liked the way I felt.
Yeah. I like the way I feel as a banker too.
I did. And in a way that I was like, good. I liked it. I liked hurting. I mean, I was like, that property is, you can't have it anymore.
No. I'm taking that back.
That's mine now. Yeah. And you'll go to jail.
Yeah.
And you will not collect $200. And I liked that.
Do not pass go.
You can't. I'm sorry.
No passing
It's not personal, baby. It's business.
Listen. Exactly. It's business, baby.
Okay. Wait. I have a question for you.
Okay. Tell me everything.
You have made so many indie movies in your
career.
So many
indie movies.
You're like kind of the indie movie queen. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And so when you started like auditioning and stuff, you were telling me a little bit about like how they were sending you out and how that was going. How were your first like auditions and booking movies going? Like, how did you?
So when I first started, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what we talked about and if there was something like funny I said about it, but that when I first started, I was like 16 years old and I was like horrible at auditioning, like absolutely awful at it. But I did it. I'd cry after like every single one.
Yeah.
And then that was the time they were like making a ton of teen movies. So they like basically, if you were a 16-year-old, they were like, we'll sign you. So it was a good opportunity, but problems that one, I wasn't good at auditioning, and two, I didn't fit into like any archetype of teen because they were like, I remember hearing this casting director like on the phone talking about me, and she's like, no, she's not like your typical babe. Because I guess that's who was coming in. She goes, she's like weird. And I was like, is this a compliment?
Should I have heard that?
Should I have heard that? Like, I'm weird? That's good, right?
It's so fucking funny.
Fun.
So bad at it.
So I got better, like, but took a very long time.
Yeah.
Took like a year of auditioning to like be like, I got this.
Auditioning is though such a randomly different skill than working. Like
it totally is, and that's why I also have a hard time like understanding why now. I mean, now I have like enough of a career that's not something I'm having to do all the time, but I do think it's strange that they cast a lot of stuff off of video now, and it's like self-tape type situations. And I just think you have to be in a room to see if somebody can take direction. And that's the most important thing for an actor to be able to do, is to be able to adjust in the moment, like, in a kind of nerve-wracking situation. And that you're like, you have like skills on the day,
Yeah. And that you're like the energy, I don't know, the energy in the room is just different.
It totally is. Yeah.
People can come across so well on screen, and then you meet them and you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, the energy's crazy.
That's what you're like?
Yeah. It can be like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so interesting about the moment we're in now, where so many people's careers are entirely screen mediated.
Yes.
Then you meet some of these people, and it's no tea, no shade, and less deserved. But like some of these people that have such a perfectly curated screen mediated presence, you meet in person or you get around them on a job or something, and you're like, whoa, the vibe is crazy different.
Yeah.
And the screen mediation, there's something so like lost or added. Like it's just a difference maker.
It is. And when you're making a film, you're like, you have to curate the whole set vibe, and that ends up coming across. Like, and if you're just seeing like this and it's just the person, and they've been very, controlling about how, what they show, then you're going to see like those other bits that maybe aren't additive to your project,
Yeah.
You kind of want to see the whole picture.
You do.
Yeah.
I was wondering the other day, actually, I'm wanting to ask you, like, I'm only capable, obviously, at this point of seeing Almost Famous as like this huge movie, like this big, but when you got that role, did it feel like a huge get?
That was a huge get.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that
Nice.
was a huge get, because I mean, Cameron Crowe is like a legend.
Yeah.
And it was like his story. I mean, you know what's funny? Look, I got to play Cameron Crowe's sister, and I got to play your sister.
Equal opportunities.
Oh my gosh. No, both unbelievable. Like, no. So it was such everyone wanted to be in that movie. And it was like they called it the Untitled Cameron Crowe Project. And honestly, like, it was so crazy because I was a college student. I'd done one movie and an episode of TV. I mean, I'd been around like auditioning, as you know, in high school, but I'd only booked a few jobs, and I'd booked this wonderful little movie with Lawrence Kasdan before I went off to college. And then I was like, I'm going to theater school. And during my winter and spring breaks, my agents and managers sent me out on some auditions, and I auditioned for that because everybody did, but I didn't think there was like any way I would get anything in it. But I went back a couple times. I didn't meet him, but I met the casting directors, and I was on tape. And I guess what happened was Sarah Polley was supposed to play Kate Hudson's part. Kate Hudson was supposed to play my part. And then kind of last minute, Sarah Polley couldn't do the movie anymore. Kate Hudson got moved up to Penny Lane. And then they had this part, and they had to find someone fast. And so I guess they went through all the tapes of people that had come in, and Cameron saw me and was like, oh, she looks right, seems right. And so luckily I kind of got to skip a lot of the process, I think, because I was like at college, and then I came back on spring break, and they were like, Cameron Crowe wants to meet you, like himself. And so I went in, and they just like cast me because they like need someone fast. But I think I think he has people come in and read a bunch of times. Like, he really likes to work a lot with people and do a lot, like really make sure the vibe is right, which respect for that. But then I didn't have to do like a million reads, which was great for me. But I had an amazing work session with him. And yes, it was a huge deal. It was like, that was the movie that everybody wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did it.
And then I did it.
And then how did things kind of transpire after that? Like what happened after that?
So I quit college to do that movie, and then I got no work for like a full 14 months.
Iconic. Absolutely iconic.
And then I was just sitting around watching movies all day. So I'd go to the New Beverly and the New Art and all the like Revival House theaters, and I'd watch double features for $7 and just fill my days with like watching like old movies. And so that was kind of like an education, I guess, in itself. Luckily I had like a group of friends at the time that was also very into doing that. So yeah, I'd go see like rock shows, and I would go to the theater to see movies.
For 14 months.
For 14 months. It was like film school.
Do you remember the first thing that you got after that little spell of like kind of just like working at it and waiting around?
Actually, yes, because I got cut out of this movie. Because I only had one scene, and I understand why, but I was a little bit like, what? But it was great because it broke the spell. It was a Michel Gondry movie called Human Nature. He made it like before all his really it wasn't a super famous movie, but it was Patricia Arquette, and I got to she was having a flashback where she's like in college, and she's supposed to be like, I feel like she's like part ape or something in the movie. I'm trying to remember. And I'm supposed to be her college roommate in a flashback. But they cut it out. So, but anyway, that footage is somewhere.
I will be finding it.
You'll find it.
I'll be getting a hold of it.
Just like write a little letter, Michel Gondry.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
One of the biggest arguments that my mom and I got into outside of the Diet Pepsi argument was that I booked like one of my very first TV roles when I was like doing stand up in Chicago was on Fargo. And it was a big break for me. It was a big deal.
Huge.
And it was like a pretty good role. I played like a 1950s like redneck gas station owner who was like very simple, and like it was an interesting like far from self role that I got to like actually like create and work on.
You mean you're not a 1950s gas station
owner? I'm one of those things, and I'm never saying which. But it was like a fun thing to actually get to develop a character. And I had told my mom about it, and then she like after I booked it. And then she posted about it on Facebook. She was like, my son's gonna be in, and I was like, Mom, I was like, I could get cut out of that. You're gonna jinx me. Like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know how to delete it. And I was like, girl, get like, and so I had to like talk her through deleting it on the phone. And I was so mad at her, but it was really sweet. But yeah, because I still am very superstitious about.
Me too. I'm so superstitious. I'd be like,
because
like,
you can get cut so easily. I'm like, I don't want to brag, and then
especially if you have like one scene, it's just so easy to just snip it out.
To see you later.
That movie's too long. If you're not pivotal, that's why like one thing about Almost Famous that I was like so happy about is my character's so pivotal. Even though I only had like 3 or 4 scenes, like they couldn't cut me out.
Yeah. To put me in. So you did that movie after the.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think what I did. Then I had like let's see. I did like a ton of little indies, like right in a row. I think I did that. That broke the spell. And then I did like, I know I did, this little movie called Manic with Joe Gordon-Levitt and Don Cheadle. That was a tiny movie, but it was fun to shoot. And then All the Real Girls, which is one of my favorite movies I ever got to do. It was like a bunch of indie movies. Then I was just like doing Sundance movies like back to back after that.
Big Sundance era for you.
Sundance era like lasted like 10 years.
Yeah. How did you feel at the time? Like, were you, I guess my question is like, in the moment that you were in your Sundance era, were you like, this is the fucking best. This is exactly what I want.
I had always like said I wanted to do like art films. That was like my goal. And I was like, I'm doing it. So I felt really good about it. I loved that era. The only thing is that with like little tiny indies, you have to like work so much to just like pay rent, you just have to like basically do like 5 movies a year, which was fine because I was like in my 20s. It was great. I love doing indie movies. Like it's probably my favorite thing to do in terms of passion. Like nothing's better. I also just I like the feeling that we're like all filmmakers and we're all involved like deeply on this level of like getting it done. I think there's this thing, the bigger the budget, the more separated you get from like, as an actor, they're like, go wait in your trailer and like, we'll come get you. And then you kind of feel more separated from that sort of filmmaking process. And I love being in it. Like I'm very like hands-on. I love it.
Yeah, you really do. I mean, like
I do.
A lot of people say stuff like that.
Right.
And then their actions kind of don't bear it out.
Right.
And you told me that when we met the first time, you were like, I love this shit. Like I love making films. I love indies. And I was like, I really hope that's true because that's what this movie would be.
Yes.
And then being on set with you, I was like, God, she really does love it. Like,
oh, I love it so
standing
much.
in for yourself and like, like so just like, yeah, you really do love it. I have to say, I was very inspired and surprised.
I love it so much. And I just love the, I like the like grittiness of doing an indie movie. And I also just like love like getting to do character driven things that maybe are not exactly what a big studio would feel comfortable making, like things that are off the beaten path and a little bit more, like maybe a little more emotional than they might want, maybe a little bit like different and I feel like those are the really special things. And so for me, it's just a treat to get to do it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, you're so great at it. It's a gift to us when you do it.
Oh, you're so sweet. Working with you was a treat.
Stop.
Working with you was a treat.
You know I'm shy. I do want to ask a question that we absolutely can cut if you're like, I don't really want to talk about that. But you said something really, really interesting to me about when you decided to do New Girl. Yeah. And when you went and signed onto that project. Yeah. And then you had that moment of realization where you were driving in the car and you saw like, do you want to talk a little bit about like that era and like deciding to do TV?
Yes.
Something I was surprised by and didn't really know is that like I really had fallen in love with your work in films.
Yeah.
And then like I guess there was a weird thing about going and doing TV.
Yeah, it was at the time they're like film actors and TV actors and you don't mix, and it's like TV was sort of seen as this just like other whole thing. And it was this line that not a lot of people cross. It was like, you were not going to do TV if you were a movie actor. And it was like, I was a movie actor. And then there were TV actors. And it was kind of like so limiting. And I just feel like whenever you see like those weird prejudices like that, you have to go like red flag and then opportunity. Because frankly, that script was so amazing. The New Girl script was so amazing. I was like, if this were a movie, everyone would want to do it. It would be like everyone. But it was because it was TV. It didn't have the probably didn't have as much, like people who were wanting to do TV wanted to do it. But it was like, it was just didn't have as many people maybe interested in it. But it's like, was such an amazing script. And I felt like, well, here's where we make the decision to go where the material is and not think about like, oh, I'm this, so I'm not going to do that. And also it was a pretty, I mean, it seems like there's always transformative, like every few years, there's a big transformation in the entertainment industry. Like things change and like it just you have to be ready to pivot and do things that do things that are different from how you used to do them. So for me, that was doing television, because they had actually. So when I first started, there were tons of indie movies being made all the time, and that was my bread and butter. And then all the like studios that had like wings that made independent, like kind of independent type films, like they cut a lot of the slate. So all of a sudden it was like they might have had 80 and then they went to 8 and it was like just a bunch of superhero movies. And I was like, well, that's kind of not my thing. And not that I couldn't do a superhero movie. Marvel, if you would like to call me, I'm accepting.
We're taking calls.
But it just was like a lot of the stuff I had been doing was kind of drying up. And I was like, do I just do music? Because I was doing tons of music at the time. And that's kind of what I was thinking I was going to do. And then I got that script and I was like, you know what? This is so freaking funny. And I was like, it's also, now everyone's like, oh, you are Jess. But I'm like, no, that's nothing like any of the parts that I ever did before. And I was so excited to have the opportunity to play something really different and get like into it. Cause I was like, this is my wheelhouse, but nobody knows it.
Yeah.
So I was really excited.
What made you fall in love with the script? I mean, I know you said it was funny and that it was a new challenge for you, but do you remember anything about it that like really set it apart at the time from other things you were reading?
The tone of the dialogue was just so unique. And Liz Merriweather, who wrote it, is unbelievably talented. She's gone on to do a ton of incredible stuff. But just the way she wrote dialogue was just so great. And I love the characters that she created, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I love reading scripts that when I read them, I go, I can't wait to say that, you know?
Yeah.
I can't wait to say that.
Yeah.
Not, oh, can we do it this way? You know, like, it's just so fun to be able to have that feeling where there's like lines where you're like, ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's the best.
Like your script.
Well, thank you. That's very nice. Ruby Castor, who co-wrote it with me, she was just a dream to work with. I feel like we came up with
you
something.
guys are a dream. I love you both so much.
It was a blast. Okay, but so I'm so interested in it because I feel like the experience that you had with that show was such a rarefied, like crazy. Like there's a very small percentage of people in the world who will go through something like that.
Oh, right. And you were what we were talking about. Okay. I know what you were asking me
this
about.
moment where you were like,
the
what
craziest
the hell?
moment. I was like, the show had just like gone on the air and it was big when it came out. And I remember driving down Highland, which is like a huge street in LA, like right near the Hollywood Bowl, on my way to work, rush hour. And I looked up to my left and I literally was surprised because you don't always know what the marketing department's going to do. They just they'll do big, you know, they'll go big sometimes. And I looked to my left and there was a full building with a picture of me, my face, a full building. And then it said, simply adorkable. And it said like Zooey Deschanel. And I was like, this is all at once, like my nightmare and my dream.
Yeah.
All the things. And then I'm like driving and I didn't have tinted windows because I didn't know like if you're on TV, you need tinted windows. I mean, like being an indie actor, everyone that comes up to you is like, it's a different thing. It's
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's
People are like,
yeah.
dude, I love your work. You know, it's like that. I loved you in that thing, whatever. It's not the same as being marketed. And I remember, so I'm like, I look up and I was like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden I feel there's like a pounding on my window. And this guy starts going, hey, you. And he just starts like pointing at the thing. And I was like, ah.
And I have apologized to you. I regret. I was having a bad day.
It's okay.
But I was very excited to see you.
It was so crazy. And I was like, I'm getting tinted windows tomorrow.
That was the tinted window era that we entered.
That's where the tinted windows came in.
Y'all ready for this? I actually do love the Olipop cream soda. Isn't that delicious, guys? Guys, I'm a lifelong soda lover. Yeah. And today I want to tell you about a little about our good friends at Olipop. Olipop is a new kind of soda that combines the classic soda taste with the benefits of a functional ingredient blend to support digestive health. I got to tell you, their cream soda is absolutely incredible. I do be drinking their cream soda, FR. 2 out of 3 Americans say they suffer from digestive issues, and 95% of Americans don't get the daily recommended amount of fiber. To be 100% real, I do not know what fiber is. I've obviously heard of it. I know of its work. I don't fully functionally know what it is. Olipop is tackling both of these issues with a drink that tastes just like soda, which is great news for me because I trust my gut when it comes to most things. And making sure it's getting the fiber it needs to function properly is very important. Prebiotic fiber is the food source for the beneficial probiotic bacteria in your gut, and Olipop has 9 grams of prebiotic fiber in every can that can help support your digestive health. And again, I can't stress this enough. You got to try their cream soda flavor. I know I keep bringing up the cream soda flavor. But if that's not your thing, they have other amazing classic soda flavors like Vintage Cola, Classic Root Beer, Orange Squeeze, Classic Grape, Lemon Lime, and Cherry Cola. Get a free can of Olipop. Buy any 2 cans of Olipop in-store, and we'll pay you back for one. Works on any flavor, any retailer, including the Yeti limited edition cans. Just visit drinkolipop.com/so-true. Olipop is sold online, drinkolipop.com and Amazon, and available in almost 50,000 retailers nationwide, including Costco, Walmart, Target, Publix, Whole Foods, Kroger, and H-E-B. Thank you, Olipop.
It was kind of a crazy time just because it was like, oh, whoa, this is what it feels like. And sometimes it's a big shock to the system to all of a sudden have a different level of people knowing you who you don't know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, you got to learn to be chill with it.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Because sometimes your heart rate, ooh, you know.
Yeah. And it can be very isolating. I feel like you have to find a way to still live in the world and figure out how you navigate that thing.
Yeah.
But then, you were on this massive hit show for a long time, 9 seasons?
7.
7, but 9. Was it 9 years, or did I just make 9 up in my head?
8 years. Yeah, 8 years.
So I made it up in my head.
You know, it felt like 9.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, that means the world to me. Thank you. But yeah, 7 seasons, 8 years. And how did it, like, when it was coming to an end, how did it feel transitioning out of that? Do you remember, like, the big feelings of it?
It was really hard. The hardest part was that those other actors, were like my family.
Yeah.
And I saw them every day, like more than a lot of my family members, you know, and I just miss them. And that's really hard. It's really weird. And then everybody lives all over the city and, you know, you don't necessarily get to see them very often or, you know, it's like, unless you go have lunch or whatever. But you know how in LA, if one person lives in the Valley and one person lives on the West Side and one person lives in Highland Park, like nobody's going to see each other very often unless you make a really concerted effort.
Yeah.
So yeah, I miss my buddies and I miss that camaraderie. And I loved getting to make something every week that was like, wow, we made like a whole episode of TV in 5 days. That was like incredible. So that was
crazy.
Yeah. And I was, I loved that. I like being in the trenches like that. And that's like the way I feel about making indie movies. Like I love TV and like how fast it goes. And I love indie movies and how fast it goes. I have a hard time when it's like glacially slow filmmaking process that I'm like, that's actually a little tougher for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting doing the like, I mean, I came from like a indie comedy where we did everything quick and cheap and immediately. And the first time I did something big where it was like, we're shooting 2 pages today. I was like, what the fuck are you talking? I was like, we have so much time.
This is insane.
It just feels crazy that you're like, oh, wow, y'all are really moving like this.
2 pages before like 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's just crazy. You're
then
like,
what
whoa.
are we doing next?
Yeah, what's the rest of the day? Yeah, that's intriguing. So what chapter do you feel like you're in now? I mean, I know you have
Caleb Hearon,
by the way.
Supporting Caleb Hearon chapter. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like getting back to all the stuff that I've always loved doing. I mean, I have 2 kids who you met.
I love them.
Elsie and Charlie. They love you.
They're absolute icons.
Charlie does not like sorbet.
Does not like sorbet. And also when I met your kids, I couldn't tell if they were just, I met them for the first time. I mean, I'd heard so much about them. I was like excited. I think I came on a little too strong. I like wanted to be their friend so bad. And then I met them like fresh off the plane.
They were just a little tired.
I was like, you guys. And they were like, hey. Like
no, they like wait to show their personalities. So something they're like very polite usually too. So they'll be like, hello, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And I was so stoked when we ran into you guys in the hallway and their personalities came out, and I was like, yes, you could see their little silly personalities.
Well, and we were at a disadvantage because they didn't know anything about me, but I already knew so much about them.
Right.
Because you and I had talked so much about them.
Right, of course.
And I was like, what's up, guys? How are we? Like, I was like truly ready to like lock in, and they were like, get this man.
No, they withhold the personality a little bit, and then they want to like burst it on you.
Yeah, they're so cute.
But so they were like little, and so like when the show ended, they were like so small, and so I kind of was just taking not as many jobs just because I wanted to hang with them. But now I'm like stoked because it was like we had so much fun making our film, and I love making movies that I feel passionate about. Like where I feel passionate about the material, and I love making movies, so I'm stoked to do that.
And you're in New York right now doing a bunch of this stuff, talking about the next film you have coming out.
I have a really cute movie coming out called Merv, and it's a rom-com, but it's a rom-com, but it's like my favorite rom-coms where they have like some serious elements too. Like it has these like moments that really ground it because it's not just like silly. But it has a lot of silliness too. But it's about a couple who breaks up and they share a dog, and then the dog is depressed. So they have to cheer him up and take him to Dog Beach in Florida, and maybe they reunite.
Who's
we
to
don't
say?
know.
I'm not saying.
Who's to say? But the dog is named Merv. And the dog is so cute. He's a very good actor.
Happy ending for the dog, can we say, or no?
Happy ending for the dog.
Okay,
The dog,
nice.
Nothing happens to the dog.
Okay.
I've
let's
had
just
to
get
say
that
this
out
a couple
there
times.
right
I just
now.
want to know this. I just want you to know this is not like a dog dies movie.
Yeah.
This is a dog is alive movie.
This movie, one of the big things about it is there's a dog that's alive.
One of the big things about it is the dog is so alive and the
So
whole
alive.
time, and there's nothing about the dog has a very long life that like continues on after.
Never stops being
And
alive
the
for 1
dog's
minute.
only even 6 years old right now, and he has like so much life left.
One thing about this movie is the dog has lived and will continue to live.
Yes, he's like not even in his quarter life crisis yet.
He's chilling.
He's chilling.
Yeah, he's got
exactly.
so much to do.
He's such a sweet baby.
Yeah, and he's working. He's got jobs.
Yes.
He's got gigs.
Yeah, he's got gigs.
He's a working actor.
He's an actor and he loves sausages. That's how you pay him.
Really?
Yeah, so
Same, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the things that we would laugh so much on set about is that the dog, they'd be like, we have to pay him. And how they pay him is in like chicken pieces or sausages on a like little antenna.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to look at some of my contracts a little sideways right now because I'm like, I need someone to come over and give me some chicken every once in a while.
You just go like,
Please.
a little.
Someone flies in a chicken on an antenna. And
Yeah, it's what
Sounds
we
nice.
want.
Sounds really nice.
Yeah, so he's living the good life. Yeah, and he eats like healthy treats because,
He's a working actor.
he's a working actor. He can't just eat only sausages. But he loves those sausages.
This legitimately was a point of growth for me when I started acting. Was
Yeah.
I went pretty crazy at Crafty.
Yeah.
Like I would upset my tummy bad.
Yeah.
And I had to be like, hey, so you're actually a grown up and you're at work. Like I had to be like, no more candy for breakfast. Like it was a real problem.
Well, some sets they put out a great spread.
Yeah.
The thing is what you have to do is like if you have like it was funny because on New Girl we had this it was like what do you call it? It was like a trail mix they would put out. And the first year we were all like, I think it was like Kirkland Signature or something. We were all like, oh my God, this trail mix is so good. We eat it, had M&Ms in it. And everyone was like addicted to the trail mix. But then they put the same trail mix out, like, the same brand, same kind every day for like 7 years. And then by the end, I was like, I could look at that trail mix. And even though it's an amazing trail mix, it's like you see it enough times, you're like,
Rage.
I don't want it.
Get it out of here.
I just was like, I can't believe I became immune to this incredible trail mix.
Yeah.
I felt like really good about that. Like I
Yeah.
was just immune.
That's a beautiful
I could just
skill.
look at those M&Ms and just be like, whatever.
You mean nothing to me.
You mean nothing to me.
I wouldn't eat a handful
I
of
was
you.
weak season 1 for the M&M trail mix, but not anymore.
Not anymore, baby. Get that shit out of here. It
Get
doesn't
that
mean
shit
anything to me.
Raisins?
You think I'm going to take a handful of that right now? I would never do that.
No, I would never.
That's not in my character.
But it was like if they changed it up and put like a new snacky out, forget it. I love a snacky.
I do love you love a snacky.
Yeah, you know about my snack drawers, right?
I do know about your snack drawers.
I told you about it.
Yeah, your snack drawer is iconic, but also I will say most of the time you're taking down like baby carrots dipped in cottage cheese. That's like
true.
your big snack.
That's my big snack.
That's your big snack.
Everybody needs to know it's a good snack.
It is, but it's sometimes hard to snack with you because I'll be wanting like a Snickers and then all of a sudden it's like you're doing one of the most healthy things I've ever seen.
If you put ranch powder on it, come on. That's delicious.
It is good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
No, that's like a healthy snack. But yeah, I like a Snicker. I love a Snicker. I like the really mini Snickers.
Same.
You saw me taking down some minis.
You did. I would say one of the coolest things that happened to us on our movie was that me, you, and Kyle, do you remember the moment we all discovered how important coffee was to us?
Yes.
That we were all like...
We're like, we need to buy a real espresso machine to have on this tiny indie set for 4 weeks.
For 4 weeks. Well, I was like, I don't want to say anything snobby right now.
Yeah.
But I want good coffee on this thing.
Yeah.
And it was nice that you guys felt the same.
Yeah. Well, and then I said, actually, it's more important to me than food. Like, and then Kyle was like, I buy a legitimate espresso machine on every film I'm on.
Yeah.
And then give it to the camera department. And I was like, we all understand each other.
Good. I'm glad we understand what needs to happen.
Yes, we need.
We need what we need.
But we were pulling shots at lunch, and I was not alcohol shots, but espresso shots.
By the way,
and I was making them for a lot of people. There was one. There was one lunch when I remember I was like late to go back for hair and makeup because I was making so many espresso shots.
Zoe's not ready. She was making coffee for everybody.
I was making coffee for everybody.
She was pulling shots for the crew. She's at her barista job right now. She'll clock in when she can.
But I felt good about it. Everyone said that it was good, the coffee I made.
One of my favorite things about you, many to choose from, is your love for karaoke. We tore some karaoke up on this movie. We
sure did. And when you showed up, I could tell you were tired.
Yeah.
You were like...
Thank you for saying that.
You were like not maybe 100% wanting to be there.
Yeah.
And then you get up and saying, "Man, I feel like a woman" by Shania Twain. And I was like, do I love this person?
I levitated
how
outside
much
my body.
Do I love this person?
I want you to know that you're 100% right that when we were in the car, Michelle can vouch, when we were in the car, I said 33 minutes. We will step into that party for 33 minutes.
And then it was a lot longer than that.
I was there for hours. I started taking shots. I don't even really drink like that. Like something came over me.
There were like Jello shots being passed around. Or what was that cooler blue? Like,
yeah,
it looked like something that was like that was used to like market Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something.
I got sick off that. I had so many shots because basically what happened was there was this girl at the bar who kept sending shots around to everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not going to outdo me if I'm going to buy shots. And so then I started buying shots. All of a sudden, I've done 20 shots.
Yeah.
I was deep in it. I did Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And then I kind of slurred my way through
Lucky
by Britney Spears.
That was iconic.
That was a moment. I'm not going to lie.
That was a great moment.
Yeah, you did a great song that I can't remember the name of. It was like a funky.
Oh, was it Tell Me Something Good?
Yes.
By
Chaka
Chaka Khan and Rufus. Yeah.
God, you murdered that.
Thank you.
That was a real, and that was, but that's what
you know who wrote that song?
I wrote that song.
You.
I wrote that song.
Also, Stevie Wonder wrote that song.
I thought you said you wrote that song, and I was like, I did write that song. Stevie Wonder wrote that?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And when you listen to it, you'll be like, oh, hell yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It's a Stevie Wonder song, yeah.
You killed that. And that's the kind of karaoke knowledge that you bring. That's not a song that I think almost anyone else would pick but you.
Oh, thank you.
That's a good karaoke song.
Thank you. It's a great song.
Yeah. It's a good one in general, but you really murdered that.
Thank you.
We were on our karaoke in a big way.
I love karaoke, and we have karaoke at our house. We do karaoke just casually, and the kids love it. So fun.
Yeah, what are their go-to songs? Do you know?
Elsie likes to sing like Adele.
Yeah, Queen.
And Charlie likes to sing like the Ghostbusters theme.
King. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Elsie's also like, give me the mic. She'll be like, I'm not going to sing. And then she'll be like, give me the mic.
She's me.
I'm like, oh, whoa. Okay. And then it's like, and then my sister later, we were doing karaoke with my sister. It was my sister's birthday. And then my sister was like singing along with Elsie. And then Emily's like, I'm not sure Elsie liked that I was singing along with her. She's like, I think she wants to sing Adele by herself.
One of the most foundational karaoke memories I have is that I was staying at my friend's house. I was maybe like 10, and I was known to get down on karaoke. Yeah. And I was staying at my friend's house. I was asleep. It was like 3 a.m. And this is a friend that I was very, very close with her family, and our parents were very close. So I knew her mom like extremely well. Like basically another parent of mine. Her mom came home drunk from the bars with a bunch of our other, like my mom and a bunch of their friends, and woke me up from my slumber and was like, you have to come downstairs and do karaoke with me right now. And it was just me and her in the living room doing karaoke together.
Amazing.
Everyone else was asleep. It was just the two of us. She's so drunk. And I'm like barely awake standing there 10 years old. And we did, Would You Still Call Me Superman? That song.
Yeah, Kryptonite.
Kryptonite. She picked it. And we did Kryptonite. And then after we finished it the first time, she was like, one more time. And then we did
same song again.
And then we did it 2 more times. So we did Kryptonite 3 times in a row. And then I was like, can I go to bed? And she was like, yeah, get out of here.
Oh my God.
And then as I was going to bed, I heard her do Kryptonite.
That is so funny.
Queen.
It reminds me that when I was in college, I went to Northwestern. Somehow I got invited to this overnight formal, like with a fraternity, with a guy I didn't know at all. And recipe for disaster, but not the disaster you think.
But
hold on. This guy got so wasted and requested the song Come On Eileen like 40 times, and the DJ kept playing it for him.
Hell yes.
He was so rude. Yeah, it was just crazy, but I kept like the Come On Eileen coming on like thousands. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Does the DJ like have a crush on this dude or something?
And you know what? That's some shit I would do.
And I like that song, but like not that many times.
It's too much.
It's too many times. One time is enough.
Maybe one time, big gap in the night. Second time later.
Yeah, like when everybody's cleared out.
The DJ at my birthday party last year, I threw a costume party for my birthday.
Oh my God. Like every year?
Yeah, coming up again.
Wait.
You're invited. I gave you the information.
I have to come.
You have to come. I'm going to remind you of the information. Well,
Please.
you have the venue information. You just have the date, but I'm going to give you the rest of it
Okay.
soon.
Yeah.
The DJ last year, there was a moment where the DJ played a I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack, like club mashup. It was like, I hope you dance. And it was like, I've never seen a room light up like that.
Oh my God.
And I was grinding on these 2 lesbians that were dressed as the Blue Man Group. And I remember in that moment being like, life is so special.
You're like, I've never been happier.
I've never been happier. And that made me think of that.
One of my happiest moments was at, you know that place, Marie's Crisis? It's like, I love show tunes. So I was like singing along to like Les Mis. And then like, for some reason, I love my parents so much. And for some reason they were like, we're in New York. Where are you? And I was like, in Marie's Crisis. And then they walked in and started singing Les Mis with us. I was like, this is it.
Beautiful.
This is it.
Imagine something better than that.
It was like, one day more.
What?
Another day, another destiny.
Me not knowing the song. Sorry to all involved.
It's okay. I know all the
I did go. One of my first, I did an internship in New York when I was in college. And I had this internship where I worked with international high school students.
Yeah.
And
Don't brag.
And if we planned trips for them, the company we worked for would pay for our part of it. So like if we planned to take them to a Broadway show and we could explain why it was a cultural immersion for them, they would pay for our ticket. Right. So but you had to get only 1 trip a week of the same thing could be planned. Yeah. So I gamed the system. And as soon as the portal opened every week to plan trips at midnight, I would go in and plan all the best, most expensive stuff for my kids so that my shit got paid for.
Yes.
And my kids wanted to go to Les Mis and I'd never been to a Broadway show. So I was like, I'll take you guys to Les Mis. I've never been to Broadway. And so I took them to Les Mis and we sat all the way in the back on the back wall, like up in the very top. It was so uncomfortable, but I just was like, and I had all my international kids with me, and all of them spoke English, but like for a lot of them, it was their second language, or it was just, it was a varying degrees of like what kind of English they spoke. And so it was a lot of like communicating like the military when we were on the train and I'd be like, stop, it was like very like different. I had to be like this. I had to use a lot of gestures. And I remember there was a really sad part of the show and I was crying. Yeah. And one of my students was crying and she turned around to me and she went to like tell me that she was crying. And I was like, no, I can see, I was like, I can see that you're crying. It was very beautiful.
We took our kids and then like my daughter's like best friend, and then her mom is one of my best friends, and also she loves Les Mis, and I grew up like loving Les Mis, and so we all went when it was like touring again, and came to LA, and we were crying the entire show. Yeah.
Aww.
It's great. It's great.
That's so sweet. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's so true to you?
Ooh.
What's so true to you right now?
What's so true to me? Mm-hmm. That I'm so happy.
I love that. So true.
I love that.
Do you think that okay, tell me what you mean. Like, you're so happy.
I'm so happy. I'm like happy to be here with you. Like, I'm happy to be in New York. There's like, it's like the holiday season.
Yeah.
My house is decorated with like sparkly lights and all kinds of things. And I'm going to have holiday fun stuff and soon. And I love Christmas, and we've got a little movie coming out. I made this awesome movie with you. I mean, everything's just fun.
Life is pretty good.
Yeah.
Life is pretty good. It's nice to be happy.
I'm happy.
What kind of tree vibe are you guys doing?
Ooh, we have multiple trees.
Of course. But do you have like a big, like, okay, your big tree.
Yeah.
What is the vibe of
it? The
vibe
vibe is like 1960s tree with like really colorful bulbs that feel like, only described like 1960s, like a little psychedelic.
Yeah.
Like maybe, a little psychedelic. Yeah.
This really tracks because one of my favorite things about you, is that you used to, that one of my favorite things about you is that you used to DJ in LA on the east side, and you would only play 60s girl groups. Yeah. Yeah. That's my favorite. I wish I could be there so bad.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that, so some of the gigs we would play only 60s girl groups, and then some of them I'd open it up a bit and play other stuff, but people would be like annoyed we weren't like there would be like dumb people that would be like, why don't you play modern music? And I'd be like, are you DJing? It's my DJ night.
My DJ night.
And I'm like, I want to dance to this stuff. Yeah. So I would DJ. I DJ'd with two different friends, and they were both like big girl group people. So yeah. But I would DJ like dive bars. Like nobody knew I was doing this. It was like a little
I love that.
Secret.
Wish I could have been there, but I couldn't.
I wish you could.
But guess what?
You were probably like 18 or something.
What years was this? What years?
Probably like 2010.
2010, I was 15.
Oh, you would have been too young.
They wouldn't let me in.
Yeah.
I was in Missouri. I was in the cow fields.
Yep. Bye.
I did. Oh, this is so. I wish
we should make it happen again. I'll DJ a dive bar for you now.
Unannounced,
and only girl groups.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would completely love that. Please do that. Honestly, for Trash Mountain release, we'll find a time and a way.
100%.
Ugh, I have a segment for you. This is the true or false segment. Okay. What it is, every guest, I'm going to read you 15 statements.
Okay.
You're going to tell me as quickly as you can if you think what I just said is true or false.
Okay.
And Zooey, if you get 10 or more correct, we're going to give you $50.
Oh my God.
$50 US.
Okay, incredible.
So the stakes are high.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Bugs Bunny is older than Mickey Mouse.
False.
False. Bald eagles mate for life.
True.
True. The capital of Nebraska is Omaha.
True.
False. Lincoln.
Gosh.
The first text message ever sent said testing.
True.
False. It was Merry Christmas. Isn't that sweet?
Okay, yeah, that is it.
Crossroads school newspaper is called Crossfire.
True.
True. Lobsters have blue blood.
True.
True. The liver is the only human organ that can fully regenerate itself.
True.
True. France has 12 time zones.
False.
True.
What?
Yes.
France? No.
France.
12 time zones?
France, 12.
How is that possible? It's not big enough.
Baby, I don't know. They didn't consult me at all.
Can we fact check that? I'm sorry.
Fact check it.
Can you fact check not with ChatGPT because that lies?
I never do.
Fact check it without ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And while we do, Elvis's final rank in the Army was private first class.
True.
False. Sergeant. Into the Woods debuted on Broadway in 1987.
True.
True. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was written by Douglas Adams.
True.
True. A group of owls is called a roost.
False.
False. A parliament. The Caesar salad was invented in Italy.
True.
False. Mexico.
I knew it was in Mexico, and I said,
Jan Hooks' real name was Cynthia Smith.
True.
False. Jan Hooks is her real name. French Woods Festival of the Performing Arts is still open.
True.
True. How'd you do?
Okay. We may have to review the tape, but I believe 9.
Okay.
Shoot.
Now, what did we get on the time zones question?
It is
How is
it
that
is
possible?
12. I will tell you 1 second. I was trying to
We only have
Google.
like 3 or 4 in the
Tell him.
U.S. That
Zoe,
doesn't
tell
make
him.
any sense.
Okay, so 12 with its overseas territories, France uses
No.
France uses
No.
12 time zones, 13 because it claims Antarctica.
No.
No, you're right. We got to give her that.
No.
She
How
got
many
10.
in France? Like actual, like
How do you say that word?
continental?
Contiguous?
I don't know. Yeah, sure, that one.
France.
Well, it's all like the little islands and stuff around.
No, we don't
it.
care. No. No.
You got it. You got 10.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
counted
I
it,
want
and
$50.
And I'm glad that you went to war over this because
Jan-
you were right.
Thank you. I knew there was something because I was like, I know about time zones.
Well, counting Antarctica is crazy, and they know that. The
They
French
know
people
that.
need to
That's
stop
crazy.
doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
They're always doing that, the French.
Okay.
They're always counting Antarctica.
Can
when
I
they
donate
shouldn't.
the money to a charity?
Oh, we would never do that. No.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to take it and spend it.
Okay. Can I spend it on dinner with Caleb Hearon?
Yeah, you can.
Yay.
Yeah, you can. We're going to go get hot
Buying
dogs.
some wine or something.
Zoe, is there anything where can people watch Mervyn Win?
On Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Comes out December 10th.
Okay.
What day is this coming out? This
This
podcast?
comes out the 18th.
So it'll already be out.
Merv is out now. Go watch it now.
Yeah, Merv is out now globally. If you're if you're in France with your 12 or 13 time zones
Or Antarctica.
you should be able to watch this. It's on Amazon Prime now.
Go watch it.
It's called Merv, and it also stars Charlie Cox, who is Daredevil.
Charlie Cox, Daredevil.
Yeah, he's so nice. Yeah, and he's English,
Which is huge.
which is huge for the English people.
yeah. Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we go?
I love you all.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you for
this.
having me. This was so fun. Can I come back a lot?
Yeah, you absolutely
Okay,
can.
great.
You absolutely can.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.